morning and welcome to Örebro, to the Swedish EME meeting. Nice to see some new faces and also old faces. Don't take a picture. I didn't make any agenda for the computer, but most of you have seen the papers on the table, so this is only a preliminary. Don't close the door, Dominic, otherwise Nick will not get in.
See you in the morning. Everybody awake. Yeah, I keep refrain from lengthy presentations of myself and Monica. I'm Michael, DL1 Yankee Mike Kilo, and also one of the most precious. Has a fixed mounted cable. I actually decided for the connector one because that's more flexible on the last trip that we did.
Okay, you know that we had a lot of other projects last year in Sweden, so we decided very late to make another EME activity, CW only, you know. And we looked for suitable QTH and a suitable destination. And due to the fact that we love the Åland island, 2009 we were already there with a short EME expedition on 70, 23, 13 and 9 centimeter. Our choice was again the Åland island, but this time we decided to make a relaxing sightseeing in some time.
A question, you didn't get any bites?
No.
No strange things under the beds and so on?
No. Too cold for that.
This time no bed.
It switches up attenuation as soon as we are nowhere.
That's very important working.
See lots of old friends and some new ones, some young blood, which is excellent. Okay, well, I'm going to tell the story of how my dish fell down and I rebuilt it and improved it, and maybe in there's some first thing I have to say is Doug sends his very best wishes to everybody. He's very sorry he couldn't be here. He did have a plan at the beginning to do that, but this is I love this picture. This is, if I can be allowed to say that, this was taken at the Cambridge EME conference in 2012, and I think now perhaps rather foolishly, but I did anyway, suggested that as many people as could made measurements of it on calculations, and these are the references you should look at. If you look at the DL0SHF1, there's a really good explanation in there, much better than I've been able to give.
Dear friends, before I start my short, I think maybe the shortest.
I don't think I could explain this.
Do you need help maybe?
No, it's okay.
You know, because we took the.
Good morning, everyone. Circular polarization has been quite a hot issue lately, as the paper from OM6AA in Lubus, his two-piece paper there, and his conclusion was quite clear that we should go for circular polarization of 10 degree.
Theory, or has it any background, or is it just pure bullshit? And what is reality? No time, get the time.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Yeah. This video I would like to present now. I've been thinking about for a long time, but I've not succeeded getting it working.
I'm talking about this topic is definitely not to challenge DB6 and T commercially. I want to make this very clear. If we would not have a successful DB6 and T producing amateur stuff, Pavovas will not be QRV on bands above 2 meters.
Yeah, okay. I have been playing around with gallium nitride devices for a couple of years, trying to see what can be done on 6 centimeters.
When Lars was with us in January this year, I was crazy enough to volunteer for another talk today. And that was simply my ideas of getting SA6BUN.
Project I did especially for this conference. I spent probably 3 weeks, and I plan to do a little bit more, but this is what I get. Probably you will find something interesting here. Before I start, I just give a little quick overview of what we have right now. It's not covered everything, but we can get, for our interest, we need a high power for the EME. Oh, okay. Good.
After 3 years of operation of ON0 EME, the moon beacon on 1296. First of all, we're going to talk about what's the beacon for those who don't know what it is. And then we have two more topics: what went okay, and especially what went wrong.
Good morning. I'm about to head out back to the north, and I've got a bus. I've got a taxi picking me up here in about half an hour. We were scheduled some coffee, so we'll keep it short. I don't have a presentation because the presentation has been done. The presentation has been done by all of you guys sitting in this room. And we always have a bit of a chat about EME and the future of EME. I think the agenda says future of EME. If we look at what's been presented here, I mean, it's really top notch. It's really high up there on the scale of being very professional, and it's all really top notch. And I think we lifted, you know, from being at the base, and we've gone further and further up. We've been talking about hardware. Hardware, we've been talking about big mounts and concrete slabs and bolts and stuff and transistors, devices and dies and everything. But what Moonbounce is really about is you, the group of people behind the key, behind the keyboard, behind whatever it is. And really, I found it fascinating looking at one of the last pictures you had, Eddie and Walter. How many minutes of pumping a key have they been transmitting since the beacon was up? Well, how many of us pumped the key 1,000 We'll see.
HBB, son of Aldo, IP3 Jose. And what I would like to present today is the new venue that will be in Venice next year for the 17th edition of the International EME Conference, EME Conference. We are going to put on a website in the next few months about bookings, programs, papers, whatever we need to know. The conference will be in the mainland. It will be located in Treviso, which is 20 kilometers from the city center of Venice. We've chosen to do that in the mainland for logistics reasons.